Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Antidote of Song, day number, everybody repeat after me, 1784. Here we go. 1784. It's an ongoing miracle. We're very happy and excited to have Greg Artzner and Terry Leonino today. But I want to say, first of all, hello. Hello to Joe. Thank you very much for all of your ongoing work, and hello Terry and Greg. We'll get back to you later. Her Ariana, thanks a lot for your work, on your tech work, and Candace also for your tech work. Hello to Adele, and hello to Nancy in Washington. Hello, Susan in Cincinnati. I just want to say right now that just so many of these are familiar faces that who I see every time we're on, which is just so lovely to have this ongoing family. Hello, Laris from the United Kingdom. Hello, Mabel from Massachusetts, and Jamie from Victoria, British Columbia. Hi, Sue in Seattle, and Kathleen in Albuquerque. Hello to Sarah in Texas, and Linda. Hello, how are you? Hello, Sarah in California. Greetings to Caroline. Hello, Benet in Berkeley, California. Anne in Nashville, Tennessee. And Storm from the Zoomiverse, of course. And David and Elsie in Oakland. Hello to Maxine and John. Arlene out there. A lot of West Coast folks today in Berkeley, California. And Becky in British Columbia. Hello to Susan in Tacoma Park. Hello, Kathy in Colorado. And hello to Hoda from British Columbia, and Bonnie from Boise, Idaho. Marion from Brighton in England, and James. Hello to James. How are you? Hi, Tom. How you doing? And we have Neil from Boston. Hey, good to see you, Athena. Always good to see you. And hello to Bob and Kathy in California. Carolyn in Boise, Idaho. Hello, Kathy. And I think I did them already. Joe, dot, dot, dot. Kat, I haven't done Kat already. Kat Cox from Vermont. Hello to Jenny in the UK. Maggie from in California. Bob, hello to Bob. Hello to Elizabeth in California. Fred in Silver Springs. Janet from somewhere. And if I missed you, my apologies, but just to give you a warm greeting to the Daily Antidote of Song, day 1784. This month we're doing songs of racial justice. We're celebrating Black History Month, and also, which fits right in with that, for Valentine's Day we're doing songs about love. And what could be better than a combination of songs for racial justice and love? And we're very excited to have Greg and Terry with us today, who do a lot of work. They do a lot of work in around issues of racial justice, and for that we're eternally grateful. So I'm just going to turn it over to you, Terry and Greg, and let's hear a song. What are you going to sing for us?
All right.
Thank you, Peter.
Now, generally speaking, we try not to introduce our songs in too great detail before we sing the first song, but we need to give you a little bit of information behind this song, because this song is in the voice of. It's in the voice of a man named Lewis Sheridan Leary, who was one of the 5 African-American recruits in John Brown's Harper's Ferry Company in October of 1859. And Lewis Sheridan Leary came from Oberlin, Ohio, and when he went to join John Brown's company, he left behind a wife and infant daughter, and he left instructions in his neighborhood and among his community friends and family there that if he shouldn't come back, if there's, that the child and that his wife should be taken care of by the community. That was one thing. And the other thing that I wanted to tell you is that there's a man mentioned in the song. His name is John Price. And one of the reasons that Lewis Leary decided to join John Brown was because he had an experience with the community of Oberlin rescuing a person who had, by the name of John Price, who had been apprehended under the fugitive slave law and taken to the train in Wellington, Ohio, 10 miles south of Oberlin. And so we just mentioned him in the song. Now, the chorus of the song is very easy to sing along. The gist of the song is that Lewis is saying his last words to his infant daughter, just in case, because he doesn't know what's going to happen. And so the chorus says, "It may be our best chance, these bloody chains to break. It may be our best chance, and a chance I have to take." It goes like this. It may be our best chance, these bloody chains to break. It may be our best chance, and a chance I have to take. It may be our best chance, these bloody chains to break. It may be our best chance, and a chance I have to take. Each time we sing it twice. So you're going to have plenty of chances to sing it. And each one of them is going to be the best chance. Are you ready? I hate to leave you now, when this world for you is new, but I see the future in your eyes, for our people and for you. It's my duty, obligation, with John Brown I'm bound to go. Just in case I pass from this place, my heart wants you to know. It may be our best chance, these bloody chains to break. It may be our best chance, and a chance I have to take. It may be our best chance, these bloody chains to break. It may be our best chance, and a chance I have to take. If John Price taught us anything, it's that what we thought to be hopeless and impossible, in truth be told, is not. For if we stand together, let no one stand alone. We'll see Jericho's crumbling walls and slavery overthrown. It may be our best chance, these bloody chains to break. It may be our best chance, and a chance I have to take. It may be our best chance, these bloody chains to break. It may be our best chance, and a chance I have to take. Now I have asked our friends a father's pledge to share, as long as I'm not with you, to hold you in their care. I did not tell your mother, and that I do regret. You'll have no memory of me, but she will never forget. Maybe our best chance, these bloody chains to break. It may be our best chance, and a chance I have to take. It may be our best chance, these bloody chains to break. It may be our best chance, and a chance I have to take. One thing that I must tell you, I swear on the stars above, I'm guided by my thoughts of you, the very hand of love. I cannot know what lies ahead down at the river's bed, but along the Shenandoah we will see freedom in the end. It may be our best chance, these bloody chains to break. It may be our best chance, and a chance I have to take. It may be our best chance, these bloody chains to break. It may be our best chance, and a chance I have to take.
Everybody, let's just take a nice deep breath. Ah, another amazing story. What an amazing story. I think that it's so poignant. What could be harder than saying, goodbye to to your infant, to your child, and just it's such a makes it really doubly powerful, the story. Did you say what the particular year when this happened, or?
1859.
Oh, thank you. I missed that. Louis
1859.
Leary. And there's so much that comes out of Oberlin. It's like Oberlin, just like there's so
It
many
was a
stories.
hotbed. It was a
Really?
hotbed. A lot of really important people, including John Brown's father, was
Uh-huh.
on board of the school there, and it was also a very progressive place. The
It,
Hughes family lived there,
it had
Langston Hughes
it had
family.
become sort of the capital of abolitionist America. There were
Langston
lots of
Hughes is lived there. His family lived. That's amazing.
well, the interesting thing is that the families that are sort of intermarried and interrelated over the course of many generations ended up. In fact, Lewis Sheridan Leary is his wife, Mary Sampson Patterson Leary. She, after he was killed at Harper's Ferry, she married Charles Langston, who
Oh,
was he and his brother Joseph Mercer Langston, John Mercer Langston, were
yeah.
two of the major black leaders in the Oberlin community, and so Langston and Mary had children of their own, and their daughter became was the grandmother of Langston Hughes.
Wow, that's
So
amazing.
there was a
Yeah,
relation, not
totally.
directly related to Lewis himself, but directly
Yeah.
related to Lewis's widow, and so
Wow.
And
very
the
very
Hughes
much tied
family, it
in
was
there.
big there
The
too.
Hughes family, the Evans
Uh-huh.
family, and
Right.
the Copeland family. Copeland's, of course, John Anthony Copeland was very close friends through family
Right.
marriage with
Yeah.
Lewis Sheridan Leary, and they were two of the black recruits who went with John Brown in October of 1859.
Wow.
So it is a very poignant story, a very intensely one.
And a lot of these people are they don't have the access to in, all the things that now we have access to in order to tell their story.
Right.
We're very lucky now to uncover a lot of these
A lot of
things.
these stories are obscure, but they're really we feel very powerful and poignant stories that are that show the interaction of black and white people throughout our history to liberate the black
Yes.
people in this country.
Right.
And we white people have to remember that black history is our history, for good or
Oh,
ill.
absolutely. Did you
So
ever?
we
Kathy Bullock told me when we were up at Oberlin one time doing a singing thing with her that she said that uh, there was a time when it was required in Oberlin that your property abut property of somebody of a different race. Did you ever hear that?
I hadn't heard that
No, I
That's
before.
an
haven't heard that
incredible
one, but
thing.
I
I,
wouldn't
I
be
hope I got
surprised.
that right. But
Oberlin is an
basically, it was
amazing place.
there was just they just when they were settling it, they said they kind of was like a it was just a requirement to have it be multi culture, multiracial there. It was
Well,
just
if it hadn't actually been a requirement, it would have been a requirement of society there. It would have been a
right,
social norm
right,
because
exactly,
that's what
right,
everyone there believed. It
yeah,
was just a
yes,
very, very strong sense
And a very
yeah,
large
of,
community. I
of
mean,
yeah,
it was a
large black community.
when they went and they
yes,
saved
right,
John Price, they sang all the way back.
Oh,
They went on horseback,
that
which
whole
was illegal for black men to be on horseback,
that it,
and they rode and rescued him,
yeah, right,
and
right.
then brought him back, and the whole town sang on the way back.
Incredible,
I
amazing,
mean,
yeah,
and
yeah.
this is our real history that we don't hear about.
That's
it's a
right.
really
Pieces that we don't know.
it's so
Yeah,
cinematic.
yeah,
The slave hunters were holding him in the attic of the hotel in Wellington, and they
yeah,
were going to put him on the train to Kentucky the very next day. But
yeah,
the entire black community, and a lot of the white people in Oberlin too, they got on their horses, in their wagons, and their buggies, and they all rode the 10 miles down. And they got there, and there was a major confrontation. A group of the young activists broke into the hotel, went all the way upstairs, released this guy, got him out of there, put
incredible.
him in a buggy, and they all rode back to Oberlin together. And they all apparently according to the story, they all sang on their way. We don't know
Yeah,
exactly what song they
yeah,
sang, but
yeah, yeah.
a tremendous moment in history.
Wow, what a great
And
story. Well,
that's
thank
the
you
John
for
Price.
thank you so much for keeping those stories alive. Earlier, before we went on air, I say to all my Daily Antidote friends, Greg and Terry and I were talking about this just great project because Mary Alice and I are total picture book fiends. We're pulling them all out again for our grandchildren, but we used them professionally in all of our workshops with music teachers. And so you got to, can you tell us about that project you're doing now?
Oh, we've been doing that for 40 years, and
Wow.
we're still doing it.
Yeah.
We work with two different organizations in Washington, D.C. area. One is the Wolf Trap Institute for Early Learning Through the Arts, and we work with another organization.
And we help develop the special needs aspect of it.
Yes.
Because I like to tell people I have a lot of BS. 3 bachelors of science.
She has the bachelor's
that kind of
degrees in early and special ed. And then we work with the Dumbarton Concerts, their arts program, and in these two different programs, and they're both really focused on literacy. And what we do is we show the teachers, our trained teachers, and we do it in the classroom with the kids, how we integrate song and movement. Our specialty is the song part into the books. Sometimes it's a book that's actually based on a song, but in a lot of cases maybe it's a little thread song or a little song we make up that comes back again and again. So we keep the kids involved in the telling of the story. And so we've been doing it for a really, really, really long time, and we still do it, and we love it.
Well,
So what's
We're
a
going
real?
down
Go
to
ahead.
Halifax,
innocence
Virginia next
keeps
week,
your
and
hope alive.
Oh,
I mean,
kids are-
when you work with young people, they remind you, oh yes, this is why we live. To give them a chance to do something, because they're incredible, really. The young children coming up, they need literacy. We have a very large problem with literacy in this country.
What's the books that pop into your mind that just really just kind of give you a shiver of delight that you've worked with teachers?
Okay,
I'm sure there's so many.
One that we do every time now. We didn't for years. We didn't do it. And then all of a sudden we got this. We were working with a teacher, developed a little song thing to go along with it. Is one from. We do a fair number of books from Eric Carle.
Yeah.
And his one called From Head to Toe, which is all the body parts from head to toe, and each one has a little. I am a penguin and I turn my head. Can you do it? I can do it. You know, we do that.
You made that up to go with the book, right?
Yeah.
So,
That's really good.
But we do a dance. I mean, it's a lot of movement.
Right.
When you
Just
have
come to mind.
3 to 5 year olds, and we
Yeah.
do a lot of letter identification and word identification, like that's family.
That's
And it's
spectacular.
fine motor, and it's
So we use ASL and meaningful gestures, and
so there's a lot of depth to it, and then we have Coffee Can Theater, and Greg acts out some of the animals in the
Oh
story.
yeah,
and
when we're bringing the books
know.
to life. Yeah.
everything is around dance and theater and the arts, because a lot of these kids never get a chance to go to the theater or to go to a concert. I mean,
Right.
where we work, these are kids that, they barely have enough money to eat. Maybe one meal a day that's probably going to be slashed real soon. SNAP.
Yeah.
A lot of the kids we work with are the real disadvantaged kids.
Well, that helps me understand why you guys look and act so young. I mean, that's I always feel like working with 3 to 5 year olds. I always that's where I learn most of what I know about teaching. Basically,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? Because you just
Oh,
can't.
yeah.
You gotta. You have. They're only going to be engaged if they're engaged.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it keeps us. It does keep us young. I mean, I just had my birthday yesterday. Should I tell them how what? I turned.
He did. He just had a birthday
I had my
yesterday.
73rd birthday yesterday, so I'm not a young person anymore. But I'm not an old guy.
No,
Well,
you're not.
people will tell me you're really old. Look at that white beard of yours.
What is it? You're old as you feel. Who said that?
Oh, I think Twain said it. It was age is a matter of mind over
Never-
matter, and if
and
you don't mind, it doesn't matter.
That's right.
Maybe it's if you do mind.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know
That's
there's
great.
just so much to live for, and this next generation
We're not
coming
getting
up.
any younger, but they're helping us to stay.
But
there.
this
That's
next
great that you're-
generation coming up is so important. I mean, and the ability to read is going to be huge.
Well, it's really, really important and wonderful work. And I feel like, when you do that, it just kind of, it spreads. It's like you're doing it when you're doing it with teachers, it's automatically, expanding to many more other, to many
Well,
more
what we're
people.
facing right now, of course, is that first of all, even before the current regime began,
Yeah.
obviously the handwriting was on the wall, and they were going to take aim. And a lot of them were taking aim. We saw it in Florida. A lot of them were taking
Book
aim
banning.
at telling the truth about American history, and
Revisionist
particularly as far as
history.
racial history and racial justice.
Yes,
is
right.
concerned. So black history, as I was saying before, that's our history, and Terry and I have studied it and written songs about it and been active
Part of the movement,
about
the
it.
modern civil rights
Part of the
movement.
movement, as you know, I mean, we go back to the movement itself. My father worked in the Urban League and the OEO in the 1960s, and so our family was very involved in civil rights in our little hometown of Canton, Ohio.
Say what OEO is.
The Office of Economic Opportunity. Terry's family was from the Deep South. Her mother's side, her family was from the Deep South. She spent a lot of time in the segregated Arkansas and Mississippi in the 50s and 60s. So we've been tied to it from our entire professional life and long
Part of our personal life.
So we're dedicated to it, and the fact is, it's one of the major things that we do when we're not working with the preschool teachers and preschool kids. We're in elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, university, and teaching American history, and particularly teaching that story of American history through song. And our whole
and writing songs.
Our whole thing is, it's a celebration, and people shouldn't start thinking of it as that we're condemning a section of the American population. Well, yes, the two great curses on America are undoubtedly slavery and genocide. Okay, there's no question about that. That's
First
historical
Nations.
fact. But what we need to do is to focus on the celebration. And what is the celebration? The celebration is the struggle for liberation, the struggle to abolish slavery, the struggle for liberation and equality and equity in society for all of the years that slavery has been the legacy.
Right.
That struggle is a heroic struggle, and we should be celebrating that heroic struggle on a daily basis, and not just come around every February. The fact of the matter is, this is the greatest. It's the greatest aspect of American history, is that millions of people and their children and their grandchildren and their great grandchildren have fought for liberation and have succeeded. And that is I just think, tremendous. And when you consider the sacrifices that were made, the blood that was spilled, the lives that were lost, it elevates the power and poignancy of that struggle and that entire story. And that's why we're just so committed to it all the time.
Well, that's the light. This is the light that we have now in these dark times. Is that people like you keep that it becomes even more important. And I think people know that they need it when there's so much darkness and confusion around. I think people realize, we need this even more than we did before these darker times. Yeah. I want to. Do you have another song?
Yes, we do. As a matter of fact,
goody!
It's really tied to what we were just saying.
Goody!
For over 11 years, we've been working with students, fourth graders, up in Auburn, New York, and Canada. Sandy Springs, Maryland, writing the life story of Harriet Tubman in song. After all,
that sounds great.
She was a suffragist. She was an entrepreneur. She was so many things.
Spy for the Union Army.
Spy for the Union. So many things.
Columbia River Rescue, which is depicted in the movie. And,
so many things people don't even know about this woman.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Genesee Elementary School in Auburn, New York in particular, we've been going back there every year in June to write a new song each year. And the songs are remarkable. They depict all the things that Terry just mentioned, each one of them.
Her farm, Harriet's farm, is just down the way. Yeah. Everything is right within distance of the school. So, It was supposed to be called the Harriet Tubman Elementary School, but somebody on the board thought that might be a stigma to children that went to school there. Can you imagine?
That's pretty
this
amazing.
Is New York. Yeah. And this is Harriet Tubman's stomping ground, let me tell you.
Wow. It would be a badge of honor. We always call it the Harriet Tubman Elementary School when we go there anyway.
Good.
It's to us, it's the Harriet Tubman Elementary School. But Harriet, of course, her brothers had children, and the descendants of all those children still live in around, a lot of them still live in and around Auburn. And so Harriet Tubman is like, Auburn, New York's favorite daughter. Anything you want to say about Harriet Tubman, in praise of Harriet Tubman, you're a welcome person in Auburn.
There's also the Equal Rights Heritage Museum there that has most of the songs that we've written over the years with the students.
Great. Great.
And so this is just one that they wrote. They call it Our Gift to You. It was her 200th birthday.
Yeah, for her 200th birthday. This was the birthday present to her.
And everybody called her Aunt Harriet.
Mm-hmm. And so I'm just going to ask one question. I want to get to the song quickly, but I'm going to guess maybe you facilitated them coming up with the lyrics and then you did the music. Is that how it
Right.
works?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah,
That's
well,
a great idea.
We never have time to let them do the music.
The
No,
music
I
is-
understand.
well, sometimes the music is, well, I will give them a choice. Well, do you
Yeah.
want it
What
to,
do you think
want it to
this?
sound more like this, or you want
Right,
it to
right,
sound
right.
more like that?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So we
We
don't
play
have
with
time
it.
to actually sit and compose tunes
I
with them,
understand.
but we'll take
Right.
an idea
Yeah.
or a feeling or a sense of what they want to hear. And
You have to remember, this is all fourth grade, so
Yeah, fourth
this is
grade.
over
Yeah.
100 students.
Well, yeah, we
And-
could talk
and-
all day about your process
and
for
the
sure.
broken
Yeah.
down
Yes.
and writing these lyrics
Yeah. Yeah.
is pretty intense, and it's
Yeah.
wonderful because, and they'd go on field trips to her farm.
Oh,
and
that's
they'd go
great.
on field trips to all the historic places.
the home of William Seward, which is
Yeah,
right up,
William Seward.
which is actually right behind the Equal Rights Heritage Center.
So it's a
Okay.
pretty wonderful place. Murals of her are everywhere. So this is
Wonderful.
called Liberator. If you want to say it with me, just this is how you say Liberator. Free and strong and
Strong.
true. So Liberator. And it
Liberator.
goes like this.
Liberator,
You
free
wanna sing?
and strong and true. We're gonna sing it all together. Let's go. A line at a time, maybe.
Liberator. Free and strong and true. A liberator. Free and strong and true. A liberator. Free and strong and true. Dear Aunt Harriet, we celebrate you. Sing it with me.
Everybody calls her Aunt Harriet in Genesee at Auburn. So the chorus.
A liberator, free and strong and true. A liberator, free and strong and true. A liberator, free and strong and true. Dear Aunt Harriet, we celebrate you. 200 years since you were born. Freedom's mighty glorious morn. Centuries since you've been gone, like you we keep on keeping on. Like you we keep on keeping on. A liberator, free and strong and true. A liberator, free and strong and true. A liberator, free and strong and true. Dear Aunt Harriet, we celebrate you. Remembering all that you've been through, risk your life for others too. The Freedom Train and the Civil War, John Brown Hall and so much more. John Brown Hall and so much more. Liberator, free and strong and true. A liberator, free and strong and true. A liberator, free and strong and true. Dear Aunt Harriet, we celebrate you. Looked at your hands when you crossed the line. Glory all over, joy did shine. Am I the person I was before? You thought you were at heaven's door. You thought you were at heaven's door. A liberator, free and strong and true. A liberator, free and strong and true. A liberator, free and strong and true. Dear Aunt Harriet, we celebrate you. Seeker of justice, freedom and peace. The people in chains gained their release. Burned their trucks strong you'll come be. Just like Moses, you set them free. Just like Moses, you set them free. A liberator, free and strong and true. A liberator, free and strong and true. A liberator, free and strong and true. Dear Aunt Harriet, we celebrate you. When we needed you, you answered our call. You went to prepare a place for all. Our promise, our word, our gift to you is we all stand for justice too. We all stand for justice too. A liberator, free and strong and true. A liberator, free and strong and true. A liberator, free and strong and true. Dear Aunt Harriet, we celebrate you. A liberator, free and strong and true. A liberator, free and strong and true. A liberator, free and strong and true. Dear Aunt Harriet, we celebrate you. Dear Aunt Harriet, we celebrate you. Dear Aunt Harriet, we celebrate you.
A big hand for Greg and Terry and for the Genesee Elementary School students for that song. I love songs. You can always song the children. I know, and I've done that a little bit before. They come up with lyrics we would never would have thought of. It's such a great collaboration. Keep it going.
It is a wonderful experience, and may it continue.
Absolutely, and let's everybody give one big thanks to Greg and Terry and Magpie, and we just keep up your good work. We're going to say our goodbyes now. I'm Peter Amidon. It's been great being with you. Thanks again to Ariana, and goodbye, Adele. Thanks to Candace for your work on our ongoing, lifelong, miraculous project. Goodbye, Nancy from Washington. So long, Susan. Have a great day, Laris from the UK. Goodbye, Jamie. Bye, Sue. Goodbye, Kathleen and Sarah. Goodbye, Linda in Concord. Goodbye, Sarah and Caroline. So long, Benet. And goodbye, Storm. Dave and Elsie, see you later. Have a great day, Maxine and John. Goodbye, Arlene. See you later, Becky and Hoda. Goodbye to Bonnie. So long, Marion. Take care, James. I'm looking for where I am here. Goodbye, Tom and Neil. So long, Athena and Kathy. Bye, Carolyn. So long, Bob. Take care, Fred. Have a great day, Trish. Bye, Harriet. See you later, Linda. And Sheila. Bye-bye, Sheila. There it goes. Bye, Julie. Take care, Karen in Oregon. Goodbye, Anne. So long, Cricket. Take care, Mabel and her bears, and your bears, Mabel. Bye, Annette. Goodbye, Diane. See you later, Dawn and Leanna and your whole gang there. Goodbye to Kat and Busy, and thanks for all your work, Busy. I know you're a big part of this too. Goodbye, Susan and Kathy, and I got to get rid of a little thing here to see. Oh, there it is. So long, Chuck and Al and Karen, and I got another screen here. Okay, where does she go? Kathy, look, Susan, Kathy, Karen, Kathy, Al. I said that, Karen. Oh, there we go. Bye, Anne and Jane. Goodbye, Jojo and Nico. And Bob, so long, Bob, and Deborah, and Jenny, Janet, and the Curly Tops, who I already said goodbye to, and Martha, and Elizabeth, and I believe that's everybody. So, today, on the 1,784th day, we're going to see you tomorrow. I hope I see all of you tomorrow at with the Jubilee Voices on the Daily Antidote of Song. Thanks everybody for coming, and have a great day. And we'll see you again soon.
Thank you, Peter. Thank everybody at Antidote.
Thank everyone.
Bye now.